they will give you a fairly long business plan format and ask you to fill it in and tell you that you can't actually run a business really till you've done it. Absolute garbage. Today I'm on my way to see an unusual business because of what they do. This entrepreneur is active in the 3D industry. That means it's very technical, the production of 3D imagery. It's also very interesting, so it'll be fun. However, why does he want me to go? About a year ago, he rang up Business Think and said, I'm just starting up. I've invested quite a lot in equipment. No one really knows what I am doing. No one knows really who I am. And I'm not quite sure what the markets are for this product. I mean, that's how innovative it is. So the first session we sat down and we said, well, this is where I think you can sell this. These are the sort of applications we think you can do with it. And he ran with a couple of those. And then we implemented a very simple marketing process, which, to be honest, every startup, full stop, should do this when they begin. And we showed him how to do it, how to get his name out there pretty much for free to thousands of people. And today is handover. So we've done that for him for a while to embed it. Today I'm going to see him. I'll spend a couple of hours training him up, and that is it, we're done. I've said before, we don't embed ourselves in business customers. We don't do that. We come, we transfer the knowledge, and we leave. And we leave you to carry on the work. And that's what I'll be doing today. It's probably one of the last sessions I'll do before Christmas. There's only about 10 days to go. So yeah, I'll update you later. Okay, I've left the meeting with the image business, the 3D images, and we did the training session. Spent 2 hours going through how to run a marketing communication system, if you call it that. It's a bit sophisticated for what it is, to be honest. It's basically how to set up some admin to broadcast your message to thousands of people for less than 30 quid a month, you know, that's what it really is. But we can call it a marketing communication system if you like. Now, what I'll actually talk about in the video, I think, rather than going through how to do that, is what he said to me at the end, which was, I was very happy, you know, I said, well, that's it then, we're done. You know, do you feel confident enough to do all this work and do the marketing and implement the strategy without us because we're leaving? And he said, yes, I do. I said, actually, it's been superb. That's his word, not mine. I would never use that word about ourselves. I said, it's been superb. I said, because when I signed up for this, it was sold to me as strategy. Everybody was about coming to look at my strategy. And I was thinking, as I'm a startup, I need more than that. I need some help. He said, that is exactly what you've given me. I said, well, hang on a minute, because, you know, he was talking about practical help. I said, that may be the case, but let's go back a bit. You know, we met a year ago, and we didn't do anything for 3 months. We came to see you a lot, and all we did was talk strategy. Talked about, what is this product? You know, that's the kind of startup stage he was at. You know, what can it do? And then we were like, literally, well, who would buy this? I mean, it was that much of a blank slate. He had some ideas, and as you know, as people who are paid consultants, we brought our own ideas in. That's the purpose. You know, being a consultant shouldn't be a one-way process, right? We shouldn't just listen to you and come back and say, yeah, that makes sense. That's rubbish consulting. What should actually happen is you should tell me what you think, and I should say to you, well, I don't agree with you, or I do agree with you, or actually, what about this instead? You know, proactive, challenging, whatever you want to call it. So he said, oh yeah, we did. I said, yeah, we had lots of sessions. We came to it, he said, what's your brand? I said, yeah, what's your values? What do you want people to feel when they buy this product? All that sort of, you know, bit textbooky, but very important. And after that, we have a template, a benchmark against which we can measure, you know, a brand, values, quality. I really hate that word, quality. It means nothing. However, you know, some sort of standard that says everything we do must meet that standard. That's the purpose. Around that hangs a strategy, which is how will I make things happen? Usually over a year or 2 years. Okay? So, yeah, we did all that. So, do you not remember? Because you said to us that now you want to start communicating with people, and we refused. We said we're not going to do that because your website isn't good enough. You've told us what the quality is, or, quality again. The standards are that you have in this business, the values, the brand. And I'm looking at your current website, whoever built it, it doesn't matter. And to be honest with you, that doesn't meet that standard. It's not good enough. It doesn't communicate visually what you have, and it doesn't say what you want to tell them. It doesn't have the sales content. It's not strategically fit. It's not fit for purpose. And so we refuse to use your website. So much so, bear in mind it's a startup, that we built them a new one for nothing. Because, that sounds pretty crazy and it probably is, because we will be, and we were, evaluated based on our return on investment that is generated. All I mean by that is we win when you win. You will pay us happily, and that's kind of important for reputation and word of mouth, happily if we generated more money than you actually gave us. Stating the obvious, return on investment. And that return on investment should be equivalent to, in my opinion, in consultancy or sales or professional services, 3 times what you paid us. You should make back 3 times what you pay us. That applies to an accountant too, by the way. They should save you at least 3 times what you are paying them. It's an interesting equation, isn't it? Maybe you should have a look at that. So I said, you're going to judge us based on how many inquiries you get. And I know your website is going to damage our marketing. Not because it's, because it's bad. Because it's bad. And so much so, because you don't want to invest in a new site, or shouldn't, we'll just make a new one because it's part of the marketing process. And we did. That doesn't happen all the time. I should add very quickly. We don't just build brand new websites for people for nothing just because, we don't. But if he had not done that, if he had not agreed to change the website, I'm not sure we would have agreed to continue the work. Again, because our job is to generate more return on investment than the money you pay us. And that investment might be in life, of course. That might be in happiness or freeing up time or anything, but stick with money, simpler for now. 3 times the money. So he then said, okay, I get it. But what makes him the return is not strategizing. Strategizing sounds just like, what's the word? Well, what is it? Sitting around thinking, isn't it? Strategizing. I don't know many people who make money strategizing except for me. You know what I mean? I don't know many people who sit there researching, strategizing, planning. There is no money yet. And so I've seen many businesses who just don't bother with any of that, and they just get on the phone and say, I do this. It will do this for you. Would you like to buy it? And a good percentage just say yes. So the power of contact cannot be underestimated. And the power of contact, the correct contact, that is the point of strategizing, to decide what you're going to say, how and when and who to. The power of contact compared to the power of strategizing, in terms of sales, is not even close. Actually, most startups go out of business because they strategize too much. They start doing all the admin, getting everything ready, all the red tape and all that nonsense. Necessary nonsense. They do all that, and then they sit there and plan, and people tell them they have to go through. How about that? And if you go and get any startup advice from any kind of formal place, business support, they will give you a fairly long business plan format and ask you to fill it in and tell you that you can't actually run a business really till you've done it. Absolute garbage. I've seen many businesses who have no structure, who just ring a lot of people. I met a chap once, which was a multi-million-pound company, and I said to him, what's your sales and marketing strategy? He said, I place an ad in the Sun classifieds at the back every week. So, right. What else? He goes, no, that is it. And he showed me the ad, and it was a picture. It was a bed company, actually. It was a picture, a couple of lines of text in sort of, you know, what's the word? Salesy language. Said, ring this, discount is. And that was it. I mean, really, that was it. It was costing me about 20,000 quid a month or something. It wasn't a cheap marketing strategy. We use the term loosely. But my goodness me, it was effective, because all it did was said, I sell this is why you should buy it. Millions of people, have a look at this. Multi-million pound business. That was it. There was no sales and marketing. I always thought that was worth remembering. And so if you start up and you start filling out a business plan, there are reasons to do that. Make sure you don't run out of money. Have some idea about, you know, what you're going to do and why, the standard of what you're prepared to do. However, get on the phone as fast as possible and ring up some customers. A lot will say no. What have you done before? And you'll have to say nothing. But some will go, this person sounds interesting. This product sounds interesting. I'll give them a shot. So, that's my summary of startup marketing. Bring people up. Merry Christmas.